Hi, welcome to Miss Melly Flo's Vibe Life, my YouTube channel. So, these videos are replacing my Facebook Live videos. So, I wanted to give a little bit more intel about what I've been doing and how I've come to this place and a few other places in my life in this last era of our lives. It's been really interesting. So, I wrote some notes. So I guess I started Miss Melly Flo's. Got a dropping camera. This will be fun. So I started Miss Melly Flo's page, Facebook page last year, and I have been working on a few different projects because there's a few different aspects of me. So I decided that it's time to evolve and use all of them. Why not? So if you've been watching my Facebook, I have a few different things going on. I released a Jack's Treehouse, which is a love project of mine to share my photos and tell some stories, all different things, trees, art, breathing, a lot of different things inside of that. So that is, you know, one of my expressions. And then Miss Melly Flo's Vibe Life has evolved to, I guess, express a different side of me. It's not all going to be about tarot. It's not going to be all about, like, just, I guess, ethereal things. A lot of that will be there because there's a lot of sides to me. I guess I see myself as a hippie, a bit boho, I'm a bit gothic. Bought a new jacket from Dracula's Clothing, fantastic. Waiting for my other one to turn up. So what else? I'm also a bit of an urban green witch. I like to put the energy in my life. So I've been working on that, and everybody I know around me has been working on that and leveling up in so many different ways. And you know, there's a spot that everybody's trying to get their new information and express their new information. And then I guess there's a spot where it's like, you know, to absorb. So, there probably will be some ums because I'm not going to rehearse these. These are probably going to be straight off the cuff. So inside of this, I could bring in anything into the YouTube channel. I've been a singer. I've been a bushcraft chick. I like my herbs, I like my gardening. So there's a lot that's going to be involved in this. So there's many aspects to an artist, I guess, and my family is full of artists. For anybody who knows them, I have a very talented family, and so we all have a big expression, we all have a big energy about ourselves, and we try to live congruent to that, even with the difficulties that you might be challenged with. Everybody is. So you know, if you've seen my brother's art, my mother's art, my sister's art, my father is a technically is pretty good. So we all have our little spot, but we've all pushed to, I guess, express more. So over the years, you know, there's a whole heap of different talents, and I want to be able to explore those here. So I am, what else have I got here? Well, 2020, I guess. Let's talk about that. 2020 has been a really weird ass energy. And so for me, I was already burnt out from previous jobs and previous positions and relationships, maybe. Definitely. And so there was definitely a time for me to change. So I had already really not had a summer last year because I was in events and worked to the bone, and so I didn't get to involve myself in this sort of stuff. So I'd already set up the Whittlers ones and I'd set up the page, but I didn't get time to actually invest what I really wanted to put into it. And so this year has given me personally a moment to pull back and put the energy that I was putting into other people and other people's businesses and jobs and give that to me. So that's been a really important change for me, and it's been a good thing. And so a few years ago, if anybody had seen me in my administrative position in the cabling industry, they would have seen that I was quite an angry person. I was aggressive. I was dealing with a lot of men really well. The last team I was with was a really strong group of guys, and I really appreciate that, and it was really supportive on that level. But I wasn't necessarily getting out of it what I was putting in. on a physical level, I guess, to start with. And it was hard because I was trying to meditate. I couldn't meditate. Somebody would say breathe, and I'm like, what do you think I'm doing? And they'd like, ooh, bounce, bounce, bounce. Got a thing on a spring for my little camera thing. And so bounce. And so it was time. It was time to change everything, and for me it was time to pull back from people and evaluate me and what my talents were and what I had to give to the world. So I definitely feel that it has given me a bit of time and a bit of patience, to the point that I'm spending a lot of time now doing a lot of meditation. If it's not meditation, a lot of binaural beats and vibrational therapy to try to keep my vibration high and try to feed myself good stuff. And I have gone through all my Facebook pages, and I've actually liked a lot of stuff that is congruent with me, and energy healing, empath stuff, color healing, all different sorts of stuff that I want to be involved in. And I have got rid of or snooze stuff in the last few months, that I'm a bit like, just back off a bit from that energy, because I like to be up on current affairs, and you want to, but there's also your vibe. And so a lot of what I've been concentrating on is to maintain my vibe inside of all of this madness. Turns out that I don't mind a little bit of chaos, but so it's given me time to actually write the stuff for Jack's Treehouse, and that was probably something I've been thinking about for years, how to do it. At the moment, it's not advertising anything. It's just like a magazine. So there's like 9 articles in it. I'm writing another one this week for it. I try to write a couple of articles a month for it. So I really hope that people want to have a read of those. They're like 15-minute reads. They're not 2-minute reads. They're a bit of a story, and they've got all my photos and stuff. So eventually I'll link something up with my photos with that spot. Little bit by little bit, I'm going to work on all my businesses. So I'm concentrating on Miss Melly's flow for the next while, I guess, a little bit. And I'm going to concentrate on my wands as well, because I really want to put them out there. So that's because that's fun. It's a nice fun art for me. So if you want a wand or you want a tarot reading, please hit me up. You can book me on my Miss Melly's Flow Facebook page, or inbox me. And for my wands, also with the witless wands, you can pick those up and I can tailor them directly for you. But that's sort of, and all of that, so that's good. It's been nice to get time to put together some stuff for me, because it's good. So coming up I'm really going to try to get a flow on full moon reading, new moon reading, mid-month. I'm going to do today I'm going to do a fairy reading. I've bought fairy tarot decks to go with my Fae side of me, so we're going to do some elemental readings. I am going to try to put the weekly readings out. This is building a schedule thing for me, so slowly but surely I'm going to make sure that I got a schedule out to put all of these readings, because I want to do them elemental. If you haven't watched my other stuff, I'm going to break up the readings by elements, so your fire, air, earth and water, so that we're talking about all different parts of your being or your body or what you relate to inside of those elements. And what else? So I guess if you and so I'm going to do that today in my fairy readings. So I am going to build up a flow on those. Of course, I've got stuff coming up in my life. I'm going to have some dental work done in the next next couple of weeks. That's why I'm saying I'm going to build a flow on this, and I might have a Aquaman sailor come back into my life. So hopefully in the next month, things are going to be changing for me. So what I really want to say about 2020, we've had a roller coaster. Everybody, there's nobody who has not had a roller coaster, so we are in that together. And different people are in different spots with this, because it's affected people differently. And so I want to say it's okay if you're going through a spot where you don't know what you believe and everything's changing and you have a meltdown once every few weeks or whatever. That's fine. We're in a different environment. We are now functioning in a different way. And so it's okay to say, I'm not okay, and take a breath and say to people, I'm being sensitive. Life is sensitive at the moment. I am doing trauma release. I'm doing my own stuff. I'm working on my own soul. And so it's okay to say, I'm not okay this week, and I'm really trying to stretch myself, and things are changing. And it's also okay to say, I'm okay, because we're in a spot where people at this spot, it's like a lot of things again are going on. And I think sometimes for me, I've had to go, I have the grace of what's gone on this year, and there's been an abundance straight away inside of this pandemic. I had a friend go, here, I've got a way I can help you, and they did. And so I was able to pay the money back to them, but it was like direct. I needed some assistance, and I would have fallen had they not helped. And other things that fell in that I was just like, this is an abundance. I was given a gift of, amazing gift of so many tarot decks, which expanded my brain on so many levels at the beginning, on oracle decks at the beginning of the year, and I've seen abundance in my life. And so for me, I'm grateful for a spot that I am able to sit back and breathe and take a second to regroup in my own life. So for me, I can say that I'm okay, and so I hope that where everybody is, they're safe and they're well. And if you do need some help and you're looking and you need someone to sound something off, I'm here. If you'd want a reading, obviously book in. We'll expand on what you've got going on, because this is about people's soul journeys. We want to spill the tea on your higher self. So it's been a big year, and it's going to keep going, and I'm going to keep sharing my adventures wherever they lead. They may not always be in the corner of my room as they are at the moment, but I'm going to try to get a schedule, and I'm probably going to try to touch in and do a video every couple of weeks and say hi. I hope you follow, hit that subscribe thing, like and subscribe, and say hi in the comments. Hit me up. I hope you're well, and I'll vibe out. Ciao for now.